Here, say present.
Here.
Anyone who's
Present.
not?
Here.
And I'll keep notes.
Are you, okay, Jerry's
Keep the notes.
Jerry's gonna take notes for us, because here we are. I'm kind of, oh, here's
I
Jennifer.
waited on a train that fully stopped in front of me.
Oh, no. Welcome to Webster Groves,
I
right?
know.
That situation will get better.
Oh,
It
my
was
goodness.
actually behind Earberg's and after,
Oh,
or Tuesday.
okay.
It's just this way. All right.
All right, I'm
Well,
grabbing the,
While Jennifer's
Okay,
getting
I'll
organized, did
get
everybody
notes.
have a chance to look at the minutes from our
Yes.
last meeting? Does anybody have any comments, corrections, suggestions? Hearing none, I would take a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, John,
Make a
can I get a second?
Second,
All right, Don, all those in favor, I guess, I don't know, wave or something? Yeah, I see anyone opposed? Okay, we're going to take the minutes as approved. And move on to an update on where we are on the Douglas Hill redevelopment. Jennifer, did we all get the thing about the daily to Le Jour?
should have, yes.
Tomorrow, is anyone able to attend one of the planning sessions?
We close it right here.
When are they?
They are
Who's gonna-
tomorrow.
Oh,
I was gonna
There's-
try to go to the later one.
Could you? That would be great, because it turns out I have an appointment in the middle of each of the two sessions, so
I have an
Yes,
early appointment, but I
if
should
somebody.
be okay.
what is the logic behind this last minute late meeting of commission people? Is it sort of a last minute snow job, or are they?
Well, so they've hired some design team from Canada, Daily to Le Jours, and they're gonna do the streetscape design, and we're all invited. If anybody, I hope everybody got that email. Jennifer sent it out,
It's tomorrow?
Yes. right? I think it's tomorrow. There's one in the morning and one in the afternoon.
I did send that out to you guys. I can't remember if it's tomorrow or Thursday.
It's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
What time tomorrow?
See attached below, 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. or 11:30 to 1:30, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Wednesday, November 3rd, in the large community room at the rec center.
I'm hoping lunch will be served.
You may have to bring a brown bag. I don't know.
I don't know, with all those millions going around, I'm sure there's a hot dog in there somewhere.
Here comes.
So anyway, yeah, if somebody is available, like I said, I think everybody got this. If you didn't, maybe can we resend?
Yeah, I can
this?
resend it,
We'll
absolutely.
just, because there is an RSVP link here, I assume just so they can get a head count for who's coming.
Yes.
So Montreal Design Concepts of Public Spaces.
Yeah, the email has a
Montreal.
link to them too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's.
So, yeah, so I guess just a quick update. I think Jerry can give us more of the ins and outs because I got lost in the discussion, but the city council meeting 2-3 weeks ago, there were a lot of comments made, some favorable, some opposed. I read our letter from the Arts Commission. And I believe that what happened was that the council has decided to wait to make any decisions until they hear back from the TIF folks, which I think happens later this month. Yes. So apparently there's 3 separate votes going on here. There's one about the zoning, one about the TIF, and then one for the approval for the process. Is that the way it's going?
There are 3 pieces here. One is the TIF, one is the zoning, and one is what is called the redevelopment agreement, which is the final contract. And I think a no vote on tip or no vote on signing will stop the project before you even get to a redevelopment.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
At what point would the issue of eminent domain?
Is this us?
Final step?
I don't know. Hey, Lauren, can you change that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we've still got you twice.
I know. Can you take this for me?
Sorry.
Got a cool echo though.
It's on mute.
I
What an
couldn't.
entrance.
I tried to swipe it off and I couldn't.
Put
Sorry.
that on mute.
All right. Can we mute the other one of her or something?
Yeah.
You have to turn it off. Go in the other room.
There
Sorry.
we go. Okay, no, I think we're good. We got it.
No, I'm
I think
sorry. I
it's-
couldn't swipe it
From
for
her,
some
maybe.
reason.
I don't know. No worries.
All right. So anyway, so we are still in the middle of that process. And I believe the city council was talking about having more feedback sessions to allow actual dialogue between city council members and members of the community. So I guess we will be hearing more about that.
Did we get something scheduled?
Did we get?
I
times?
don't know.
Dialogue between who? The city council?
Yeah.
And residents.
Because the way this thing works is just, you go up to the microphone, well, you probably all done this, but you go up to the microphone and you read and everybody just sits there and goes,
I've never heard of dialogue between the city
Well, you
council and the residents.
I know, it'll be new. So anyway, yeah, so
You're all being
stay tuned.
I don't care.
Hi, Beth.
Stay tuned. Oh, here's Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, Beth.
Hi, everyone. Sorry.
Stay tuned for more information about those additional sessions. And again, I encourage anyone who can to go to the thing tomorrow with the people from Montreal.
There's a meeting tonight, continuing the public hearing again,
Yes.
so.
Yeah, so if there's anything else that you want to say and you haven't spoken yet, you can come
Yes.
tonight and speak at the public hearing.
God, is there anything that hasn't been said?
If you come to speak, I would highly encourage you to bring a copy of what you say to give to the city clerk. Because she would appreciate it greatly.
So she didn't take so many notes.
Because she's going to be out of town. And only has 2 minutes, 2 days to do the minutes.
And that's a lot of words to get down. So, all right. Oh, and here's Jan. Hey, Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Okay, so maybe we'll just move on from there then and do a quick recap on the Lifetime Achievement in the Arts. Nice picture in the Times, by the way.
When? I didn't see that.
Was it last week, 2 weeks ago? It was right after the event.
Oh,
Yeah,
I-
I saw
Picture of you with the
Holding-
award.
Really? No, I didn't see that.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I'll send you a copy.
Yeah, that'd be nice, thanks. Yeah, it was a very nice ceremony. It moved along quickly and it was a good representation of people. We were definitely the shortest. I went up there for probably about 60 seconds and presented it. And afterwards, I talked to a couple of people, including Mark, and I reinforced that this was for the rep to hang up somewhere or do with what they want. And because nobody was really emceeing the event, everybody just kind of got up there and introduced themselves. And John, you did just such a fantastic job that there were many comments on just how beautiful that was. That's would be kind of a cool thing to do every year from now on as an award, wouldn't it? A caricature
Yeah,
of-
something artsy.
of
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah.
But I mean, it went well and I fell off the stage.
Well,
Oh,
that
my
didn't
Lord.
go so well.
I didn't hear
Okay.
that.
No, it was before the ceremony. I walked up on the stage and I was looking for a place to kind of put it so I wouldn't have to carry it up. And it's really dark and everything is painted black.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so I walked over by a lighting truss and I walked into what I assumed was a black portion of the stage and fell 4 feet into a hole.
Oh, my
My
God.
God.
Yeah,
Hmm,
being an excellent physical
That's
specimen,
showbiz.
I survived it and didn't didn't hurt myself, but boy, was I surprised. And I'll tell you,
I think
whenever a bunch of people are standing around you, asking if you're okay, you're not.
Right.
No.
You know, Patrick, when they say break a leg, they don't actually mean that
I
literally.
know.
What do you mean 3 years ago? It's not.
I was gonna, I think Cher did that in Las Vegas and she's never been the same, Patrick, so be careful.
So I just wanted y'all to know that I did my part for the arts.
No, you did a great job. You made us proud.
No, I was
Did a great job.
spectacular. Yeah, thank you.
Well, and thank goodness you were unhurt and
Thank you.
spectacular. yes.
Unhurt and spectacular. Thank you very much for allowing me to represent you. Thank you.
And thank you, Pat, for doing so.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
John,
this is nothing.
If John, you had a photo of the award, if we could see what was put together, that would be awesome.
I have one too that I took of it when it came in. I
Thanks,
unwrapped it, so yeah.
John,
I'll
for
send
putting
that
it.
out.
So I sort of lost track on where we are. I believe we're just kind of writing off one of the years because of COVID, right? So are we calling this the 2021 award? Or because we did, Mary Englebright was 2019, but it happened in 2020.
You mean this last one that we did?
So we did, yeah. So Stephen Wolf, was he technically 2020 or was he technically 2021? Did we just write off? a
You know,
year?
I think we had a little talk about this and I think we didn't agree, but I think it makes sense just to have an asterisk in the year that we didn't, which would be what, 2020?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we put an asterisk next to the 2019 and say awarded in 2020, and then an asterisk next to 2020 that just says 2020.
You know, I would say
Those
like,
two COVID.
Time will understand.
how about no award was presented in 2020 due to COVID?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there are all kinds of asterisks in the public records, like in World War II.
There will
were-
be a lot
Yeah.
of 2020 asterisks.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and rather than try to catch up, and next year will be 2022.
Okay.
Well, a
So I
lot of
guess-
art things were closed during the COVID,
Yeah.
Broadway and different
Yeah.
things like
So
that.
we
So I
just-
think it's a probably gonna be a
Yeah.
normal thing, that it happened.
Broadway isn't saying, we're having the 2020 season in 2021. you
Right,
know,
they're just
Let's just
moving
eat it,
forward.
move on, yeah.
Okay. So I guess at that point, then we would need to sort of everybody start thinking about 2022, because we've had so many good ideas float through. And now we have a year to work on the next one, so.
Well, now that Jonathan Franzen's book about Webster Grove's first congregational has just come out, do you think we should attempt to award him again?
You think he'd come back?
Well, I just feel like that book is such a big deal right now, and it's all about the church I belong to.
Did he have nice things to say about it?
What?
Was it nice?
Gotta get the book.
I haven't read it because I don't like.
I don't like
Maybe you
it.
should read the book
Read
first,
it.
Laura. Maybe you should read the
I
book
didn't know it
first.
was that.
I mean, a lot of my friends have read it and said it's his nicest, I don't know. Have you guys read his books? I can't read
Yes.
them. I struggle with them a lot.
Well, his
but they say
personal
that-
book is good, really good.
Yeah. And that's about Webster too. I think maybe we should try again.
Wasn't,
Did Judy have somebody?
the woman.
Judy had James Smiley.
Jane
Yes.
Smiley, yeah.
Yeah,
And do we know, I'll have to, well, obviously we have a long time to discuss this, but she was at one point gonna reach out to her, and then I don't remember whether she did or waited until we.
I don't know.
So-
She's traveling today.
Maybe we should, if we go to him, maybe we should preface it with like, even though you blew us off the first time, we still
Maybe not.
obviously see the connection to our city since you won't let us go,
We're giving you one more
How do you
chance.
handle that letter?
That's good, yeah.
We might slip in there that we have very little pride.
I don't think we're gonna have
Yeah, I
to
wouldn't
say
take
that.
that.
Maybe you could fall off of something and.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Again, Jonathan?
We're falling head over heels. Yes.
Maybe-
There we go.
John, maybe you can draw a caricature of him and I can include that in the letter that we send his agent.
Maybe make it more like an editorial cartoon,
Right, right.
Put
And
a
also-
bird on his shoulder. He really likes birds.
Draw him as a bird.
Oh, my gosh.
He's a bird watcher. He's an avid bird watcher.
You can make him a bird. Right?
Better than, well, anyway, okay.
Well, we can bring nominations to a future meeting.
That was just far too well set up. I'm letting that one lie. So. I'm sure it was going, but this is being
In there,
recorded.
that's it for the public
That's
record.
not for the public record. Okay, well, so thank you,
Well, I
Patrick.
think that's
and,
terrific.
And let's be thinking about that for a future meeting. So moving right along here, what about the walking tour? Beth, do we have an update or, I know?
I don't have much of an update, except for I got some good feedback from Lauren, who reviewed some of the content just kind of as an extra set of eyes. I had some extra information from Alex that he sent over in terms of locations of some of the Webster sculptures. So I need to incorporate that in, and then probably the next step then, if no one has any other remarks about kind of what's currently there, is to hand that over to Jennifer and the city and the web folks to see like what's possible in terms of getting the content actually up and active. So.
Now, Jennifer, are there other people who will do that, or is that one more thing on your?
Yeah, I'm not really, I've got limited
So-
website stuff now, so yeah.
I was gonna ask if there's some way that we can help with that process, so that's not one more thing on your to-do list.
It's, yeah, I mean, it won't be.
Okay.
But they are doing a website redesign, so there might be more capabilities that we can have. So we might wanna, Beth, we might wanna sit down with them and talk to them about like what we could possibly, like what you guys kind of have in mind about what you'd want.
Okay.
And maybe all of us, like maybe we have Jenny come to a meeting. Or
I think that would be great. to
Okay.
ask her to come to a meeting. and
Yeah.
Talk about it.
There's a gallery that I get a email from periodically in the Central West End, and they've been having since COVID these virtual shows. And so they'll have like a layout of their gallery with a dot, and the different pictures, and you can zoom in on those and they'll show you the picture. But maybe that could be something with the walking tour, that you wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like you'd have a road map with the different spots available. And then when you put on them, it'd show you what was there. So say somebody just wanted to go to see a particular point. I don't know. I've just seen that in websites lately, or in email type stuff, that maybe that technology could be something for us to consider, with this walking tour.
That would be cool. to be able
Totally.
to do that.
Yeah, we can see what GIS or something is doing.
See what we have available. All right. All right.
So for next, normally in December, we don't necessarily have a meeting because we have a party. And we have a party on
December 17th.
December 17th, which is a Friday.
So mark your calendars, everyone.
Yes, because we don't have invitations out yet.
Well, it's early.
If everyone didn't hear that, there will be a holiday party, December 17th.
So does that mean we would cancel? So our next meeting would be in January? Or,
Well, I'm okay with that.
Is there
Do
anything
we-
pressing? I don't.
Do you need to meet?
I don't think so. I think we're good to take a
Take a
Holiday
little
month.
hiatus? Is everybody okay with that if we
next meet in January.
meet in January next?
I don't have a 2022 calendar yet, so I don't know what those dates are.
Okay, so to jump slightly maybe ahead to talk about that, the first Tuesday in January is the 4th. I will be out of town myself, but others are okay.
I would be willing to rise to the occasion.
Just try not to fall in any holes. We can go up and not down this time.
Take the elevator.
Big shoes to fill.
Ouch.
I'm gonna be out of town that week too, just doesn't matter, but
Oh, oh. Okay.
All right, so let's look at the Arts Commission then on January the 4th. Our usual time. And that being said, there are, seems like a couple of things that, for instance, have we done anything about signage? Are we still on signage? Okay.
Still on signage.
And a question then, as we're looking forward into next year, how are we feeling about Poetry Week for next year? Because I don't know, Lauren, are you up for doing it again?
I would love to do it again. Do you think we should? You know who told me he would help me, and I bet you he would be a really good help, is Walter Parks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I had an hour-long conversation with him about Poetry Week and how we could get it to be a better, bigger event. So, and reach more people.
Cool.
That would be amazing.
You know, maybe I'll try to have an appointment with him in the next few weeks and see if maybe he still wants to help me. And that would be that would be kind of interesting to see what he has to say about it.
Would be wonderful.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
You
I
know
guess we'd be aimed at April-ish. Do we want to do it as a week again or a month, or you guys just want to talk about it and see?
I like the month idea, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it didn't work last year, obviously, even though we tried. And all the events were outside or virtual. The only one that had attendance was the haiku workshop.
I wonder if we could add something, different things, like at the Garden Cafe, they have an open mic night. And I'm just wondering if we added like a singer-songwriter part of the poetry,
Good
and
idea.
tapped into that, or other, other items.
Actually, that was a cool event. I forgot that. I don't know how I forgot that. That was fantastic. Did anybody go to that? It was outside and it was really cold, but it was great. I don't know why I thought that was the only one that, but anyway, it was great.
They have a great crowd. I mean, I've gone to the Fridays and Saturdays a number of times, and the open mics on Thursday. I haven't done that, but I think it would be an obvious tie-in with the Poetry Week, something we haven't tapped into.
Is rap poetry?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. People can even talk a little bit about their creative process.
Well, I
Yeah,
just
having
think
the
have a
month
rap
is
thing
good
too,
for-
or something. That would be great.
we went to Dwight Biddekoffer when his book was published. He had a reading at the library and it was standing room only. I mean, they had put out the right number of chairs for the occupancy in the space and every seat was taken and people were standing in the hallway. So it was,
That's great.
yeah. So, I mean, I do think the interest is out there. We just have to,
Mhm.
I don't know, how to lure people in.
Yeah, I think that the month is a good idea just because it spreads, like I think like we said last time, that if people are interested, it's hard to make it to 2 events in a week. So if there
Yeah.
happen to be like really people who are, deeply interested in poetry, spreading it out helps them with their schedule and being able to attend multiple events. I also think finding ways to partner with people who are maybe already have ability to communicate their events in different ways, like the library or Garden Cafe or things like that is a really good way to spread the word. And also, with Walter now and his just ability to, think big, and I think that would be great to loop him in. I mean, having something under the bur oak could be really cool too, like a poetry reading if the weather holds. And
Yeah.
it could be a really beautiful thing to do.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Or you could maybe get somebody to, sponsor putting a tent up or something, at the
Yeah.
Bur Oak. I'm just,
Poetry in the park.
Yeah,
Poetry in the park.
like that.
Yeah, very fun. Well, Laura, I guess let us know how we can chime in and help.
Okay.
Whatever we can do. I think other things for next year, then do we want to start talking about the summer music program? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
we-
yeah, it's a long way off, but
I I know, but it's sooner than you think, particularly for not meeting in December.
Well, particularly since Jerry, Mike Silverman and I usually throw it together.
Well, in
Like,
that case, we'll review
If
that
that's
in
what if that's
June.
what we're talking about, we usually do it very much at the last minute.
But it might be nice to do more of a calendar, just as the Webster Arts is doing, so that, you would have a year-long calendar with Poetry Month. And if Walter's going to do the Baroque under the Baroque, that gets plugged in, the music gets plugged in, so that we have sort of the lifetime achievement. So we have sort of an idea of what's happening over the year.
Yeah.
Over the year. I think that's not.
Well, it
a
would
bad
probably be
idea.
August then. It usually is like second or third week of August for a concert.
Yeah.
And actually, if we had a little more time to plan it, I think we could involve kids more, maybe start a little bit earlier before main band comes on.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Great idea. I'm trying to think, Don, are we still doing the architecture awards of excellence? Is that?
That should be.
We've taken a hiatus, but I reached out to our crew, including Lauren and Greg Falk, Todd Meyer. Let me kind of reach out and see if we're interested in resurrecting that.
Okay. Because I'm sure that got an asterisk last year.
Is this with history with the history?
No, this is the architectural awards of excellence.
okay.
It's usually fairly, well, not always. What are the
Well,
categories?
It's not just COVID, but the building industry in general. We just didn't have that many newly constructed projects throughout the city, but there are a few worth recognizing.
I don't know if they're worth recognizing, but we could practically do one in our neighborhood
Right in the
now.
street. Yes.
All right, anything else that we want to
I wanna-
discuss?
No, I just had a question. I was seeing the signs about the redoing of the park up in North Webster.
Ivory Crockett.
Yeah, Ivory Crockett Park. And I was just, some of it said basketball courts, and I just was gonna bring up, is it anything to, rethink about that? That thing that I presented a year or so ago?
Oh, yeah, that's
Sign
cool.
that
Very
works.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're already.
We did have this Webster Groves Creative Group, but they haven't been meeting. I haven't heard anything from them. But for a while there, it was going, pretty good. And they were, at that time, they were looking for something to be on board with. And, maybe this could be if it, I could send this to Jennifer again, if you remember it, how they design and decorate these courts.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And we also talked about doing a mural on the bathroom, did we not?
Yeah.
We did.
You could tie that in even with the theme, and really, maybe the work could go forward, and then the Arts Commission would just be the embellishment of those two areas.
If we get the neighborhood involved very early in the process.
Yeah,
I think
and
that-
present something that they would want, of course not.
Exactly.
He canceled.
I might suggest that we would invite Scott Davis to a meeting. He is the head of the Parks Department, and if the Arts Commission is concerned about doing something there at the park, that we
Probably
invite
got
him
an
to the
airline.
meeting and speak
I
with
think
him
that's a great
directly.
idea.
Would it also be,
Certainly check and see if he can.
would it be worth also?
I'll drop this off at the,
I think we have it from previously, John.
you have it, don't you?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
thank you.
That's what everybody wants.
And I'd be glad to see if,
Okay.
contact the person that's in there and see
Okay.
if they could give
Let's
us.
hold off for a bit and see what's going on, what they're already planning over there.
Yeah, no, I meant for the, the process of how they actually did it, the
Sure.
paint and all that kind of stuff,
Well, first things first, let's see if they're at all interested.
Yeah,
And we'll
yeah.
bring Scott Davis, invite him to the.
It'd be be kind of fun if, when Scott was here, because he was such a big part of the Burr Oak thing too, if we had an idea of what, if we were gonna try to do things, more things in the parks, like poetry readings and concerts and things, we could really get an opportunity to make some connections with him. Because he's been so good about
What if they're
keeping up with
planning
our
another,
crazy ideas.
what if they're planning another Larson Park? The couple who lives in,
Oh,
that was Wilshire Parks.
yeah, that's.
okay. well,
Yeah. Let's see.
I thought we were gonna have it in Walter Park.
Walter Park. Name a park after. Okay, so we are like world record time here on a meeting. Do we have anything else that we need to discuss or?
We should update them with Webster Arts.
Oh, well, we can certainly do that. How much are we updating?
Well, but we have a,
We have.
So for those of you who have not been keeping track, Webster Arts is moving out of Eden's basement. We have a new space that we have rented in the DeSoto building, which is where Cyrano's is. It's on the summit side, and we are about to have a new president. Perhaps I'll let him say a few words about the plans for.
well, being a man, a few words, I'll take this opportunity.
You got 30 minutes, Patrick.
It's kind of exciting. It's a really nice space. It's #2 Summit next to Betty's Books. In a way, this is the realization of a dream that we've had for a long time of having a quote unquote art center, something that has a really conspicuous place in the community. Old Orchard is great. It's turning into a really artsy neighborhood now. It's right around the corner from Backflip. It's a nice space, great for exhibitions. We've also rented a space, 2 rooms, one on the street and then a workshop room in the basement. So we'll be able to expand all of our programs. And we might even look, I think, towards, since there is some overlap of people between Webster Arts and the commission, we might actually explore when we talk about programs coming up in the next year of where there might be room to have collaborations,
Absolutely.
you know, when it would benefit both organizations. So as head of the program committee, Katie is furiously developing with her committee all kinds of exciting new programs. But this is, I think, for Webster Arts, really a quantum leap forward in terms of being conspicuous and having the opportunity and the resources to really develop its lineup of programs.
Yeah.
It's really exciting time.
So stay tuned. for
Drop by.
future
We're gonna
updates,
be
yeah.
in there pretty soon, but you can at least peek in the window.
Yeah, if you drop by soon enough, we'll let you carry boxes with us.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably in February have a big opening.
Some sort of a gala event, yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
say there's exhibit space for you? Is that next to that Betty's Books?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yeah, yeah, you can
Oh,
peek in
that
the
paper,
windows now.
I didn't know that's where you were going or not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And we learned a lot. We learned a lot in the process of how to get a space.
yeah, Webster real estate is a contact sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this really, I mean, we're really gonna have to up our game. But we learned a lot about how cool our board is too. I mean, these people on the board are really, I mean, they're risk takers and are really willing to follow through. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of heat and light coming from Webster Arts, I think.
And there is a December market at the gazebo.
That's right.
On December
It's on December the 5th, which is the Sunday.
Sunday.
It's from noon to 4 in the afternoon at Gazebo Market. We're hoping for good weather, so everybody cross your fingers, spread the word. And the other thing is our final gallery show is a printmaking show, and it will, at Eden, excuse me, our final gallery show at Eden is a printmaking show, and it opens November the 16th. So probably we're gonna be doing the goodie bag takeaways for snacks, but swing by and take a look at the works and take a bag home.
Will that be an opening on that November 16th?
Yes, it's 5 to 7, I think.
And the city's tree lighting will be in conjunction with the winter market now.
Oh, really?
So it'll be
Oh,
that
that'd be-
big tree that's right there in gazebo, and they're gonna do that on December the 5th.
December the 5th.
Wonderful.
So hopefully it's not either raining or sleeting or
And what time is
10
that?
degrees.
I don't know. It'll be
Okay.
Probably
Evening,
like after
when it starts.
the market ends at 4, they'll
Yeah.
probably do the tree lighting.
Yeah.
at
We were aiming for
4-ish.
having the market during daylight hours because it seemed cold.
Yeah, and then at the end of the market, that's when we'll do the tree lighting. I don't
Nice.
think anybody will wanna say, okay, we're gonna wait an hour.
Right. Okay, so are there any other
It's dark.
comments, updates? All right. Well, I guess I look forward to seeing everybody at maybe at the party on the 17th. And then,
And be aware that this year, because of COVID, it will not be dinner. We can't do that. We can't do that big buffet thing that we've always done. So look for desserts and champagne.
always a favorite.
Good.
Coffee.
Little bags of cashews.
No, if you get enough dessert, it can be dinner.
You get
You're
enough
correct, John.
champagne, you don't need
Yeah,
dinner.
For some people, it will be dinner.
Champagne and dessert, yes.
That's it. That sounds like a menu to me.
Going.
All right.
Bye.
All
Thank
right.
you, Rob.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay,
Thanks.
are we adjourned?
I believe we're adjourned.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.